Hi Mech fans. I'm Mechalaro. I really didn't like Lloyd's elemental power mech. So I upgraded it using pieces from my bin. Here's a comparison of before and after modifications were applied. I used some pieces from my bin to improve the aspects I thought were weak. The mech now has a shinobi theme to make it look different from my first mech for Lloyd. I retained the color scheme to see if it will look better after the modifications. Does it look good, or do you think I should have removed the dark red? Let me know in the comment section. The new elbows can be bent a bit more than 90 degrees and added a wrist swivel. The knees can be bent to 90 degrees and the knee armor can be adjusted. The mech can do a somewhat superhero landing. I went with a brick-built canopy for easier customizations. I reused the translucent green flames as blades attached to the forearm. The changes I made was to give it a more unique theme, especially when I finished Naya's samurai elemental mech. For now, let's build it. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe for more LEGO mech content. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on my latest guides. Thank you for your support. I tried to use the pieces from the set. The foot was based on my changes I showed in my short video about improving the mech without adding more pieces. The lower leg used a basic design that will allow me to use a Technic socket for the knee. You can also check my video on how to upgrade Kai's elemental fire mech for more ideas on how to add articulation to your mech. The bar I used was a 3-stud long bar. Combined with some hollow studs, it allowed me to attach these gold slopes as armor. I wanted to show more of these translucent green pieces to simulate Lloyd's element of power flowing throughout the mech. Added some to the thighs and biceps. I also adjusted the placement of the black armor pieces to cover the hip joints more. Mirror the steps for the other side. For the waist, I just improved the original design and removed the weapon storage of Lloyd's swords. Same for the torso. I retained most of the original design and added a bit more armor and the typical feeling of the empty space in the cockpit area. I repurposed the new armor piece as the backpack. This helps to cover the back with less parts. I also moved the weapon storage of Lloyd's swords to this section of the mech. I used a 2-stud long axle bar to connect the armor piece to the round brick. I went with this brick-built canopy as I felt the new armor piece was too big for the mech. The studs on the sides makes it too wide to slip better into the cockpit. Even though the new armor piece has great details, it doesn't suit as the canopy for the mech in my opinion. Also, it only has studs at the top, which limits how we can customize the canopy in this scale. Making a brick-built canopy lets us easily add more pieces for details. I wanted to keep the length of the arm the same to the original if it was straightened out. I went with a good old double joint elbow design using T-bars and clips. This was my go-to design when I want to add joints to my builds in this scale. The hardest part of this build was my limited access to pieces. I know it's not the prettiest, but I just added the gold ingot pieces to the sides of the elbows to keep the color theme consistent across all the limbs. The gold ingot pieces tend to get misaligned when posing the arms, but can easily be straightened out. The forearm might look too short. I think it's okay, as adding another stud longer will make the arms look too long. Let me know in the comment section how would you have done the arms. The hands were a bit tricky as I need the palm to have a pinhole for the weapons. I went with this configuration. Mirror the steps for the other side. Push the head of the minifigure back if you want the canopy to sit lower. For the weapons, I used the same swords that came with the mech. Overall, I think the set only lacked in the armored theme vibe, and bulking up the limbs made the mech look better. Fixing the canopy also helped to reinforce the armored mech look more. Well, movable joints also make the set 10 times cooler on shelves. Thanks for watching.